It's only for you. They're setting up a meeting to discuss your removal of. Watch fast. Archangel Michael says, this message reaches you not by chance, but because heaven chose this very moment to expose the quiet storm forming against you. Shadows have gathered where you least expect them, whispers have turned into plans, and a meeting is being orchestrated in secret. They believe you will never know, that you will walk unaware into their trap, but the divine has stepped in to warn you before it's too late. This is not an ordinary message. This is a cry from the unseen realm where your destiny is protected by forces you cannot see. A small circle of people, some close, some hidden, are arranging to strip you of something deeply important to you. They plan to remove your rights, your position, even the very security you've built with your own hands. This is why you feel the sudden unease, the silent tension around you, and the strange distance in people's behavior lately. Archangel Michael says, the meeting is not casual. It is being arranged quietly, behind closed doors, with documents, conversations, and agreements that were never meant for your ears. The words spoken there will try to rewrite your story without you present. But what they have not realized is that heaven has already entered the room before they even gather. Divine eyes see the papers, the signatures, the hushed conversations. Nothing is hidden. As you read this, know that the angels are already shifting the air around you. What was meant to blindside you is now being revealed. Those who thought they could plot in silence are being exposed, their intentions crumbling even before they can execute them. Archangel Michael says, you must stay alert, stay grounded, and do not let fear guide you, because fear is what they are counting on to weaken you. For hours, they have been exchanging messages, finalizing their plan. One of them, someone who has pretended to be on your side, is at the center of it all. This person has masked their true feelings for months, maybe years, but now, seeing your rising strength and light, they have chosen to conspire instead of support you. Archangel Michael says, you must understand this betrayal is not your fault. It is their fear of losing control over what belongs to you. You have been sensing something in your gut, moments when conversations stopped as you walked into the room, unexplained. Glances, false reassurances. These were not coincidences. They were small cracks in the wall they built to hide their intentions. The meeting they are arranging is not about discussing fairness. It is about removing you quietly, cutting you out as if you never mattered. But heaven declares this: their meeting will not succeed. Archangel Michael has stepped down with a blazing sword of justice to disrupt their every step. He has whispered into the hearts of unexpected allies who will speak on your behalf without you even knowing. At the very moment they think they've cornered you, divine power will shift the outcome in your favor. You are not to be removed. What you've earned, the ground you've stood upon, the blessings that have been poured into your life, these cannot be stolen by deceitful hands. Archangel Michael says, every scheme they set up is being shattered right now in the spiritual realm. The truth is rising like the morning sun, unstoppable and radiant, to burn away their hidden agenda. Archangel Michael says, do not let their actions plant seeds of despair in you. Instead, rise stronger. Your name is being carried by angels into places you cannot yet see. While they meet to plan your downfall, a greater heavenly council has already decided your victory. The signatures meant to erase you will lose their power, because divine authority is rewriting the outcome even as you read these words. You are shielded by a light they cannot dim. Every word spoken against you is turning into fuel for your breakthrough. The harder they conspire, the more forcefully heaven pushes you toward elevation. Archangel Michael says, this is a time to stand firm, to trust that even in unseen battles, you are never alone. Forces of light surround you, defending you from what your human eyes cannot yet perceive. Do not engage them in anger, for that is what they want. Do not shrink in fear, because that gives them victory before the fight begins. Instead, hold your ground with quiet strength. Let your calmness confuse them, because you already know, thanks to this message, that their plans have been exposed and neutralized by divine intervention. Archangel Michael is not just warning you, he is moving beside you. He is stepping into rooms you cannot enter, shifting decisions before they can harm you. As their meeting unfolds, an angelic presence will stir unrest in their hearts. Someone among them will hesitate. Another will suddenly question the fairness of their actions. This divine disruption is not chance. It is your protection manifesting in real time. They believed they could discuss your removal without consequence, but what they forgot is that you are chosen. Your journey has been watched and guarded since the day you first stepped into your purpose. Every tear you shed, every fight you won alone, every silent prayer you whispered has been stored in heaven's book. To strip you away now would mean tearing apart what God Himself has planted, and that cannot happen. This is why Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn, not for show, but to make it clear that anyone who moves against you moves against the divine order. The room where they will meet is already marked. Walls that should keep secrets will carry echoes of truth. Their voices will tremble because an unseen power will remind them that justice is watching. Archangel Michael says, after this meeting, you will notice a shift. Some people who once stood confidently against you will suddenly turn quiet, unsure of themselves. Others may even try to return to you, pretending loyalty again. This is not confusion. It is the effect of heavenly intervention shaking their confidence in their own evil plan. In the coming days, you may even receive unexpected news, a document delayed, a decision overturned, an ally stepping in where you least expected. These are signs that what was meant to remove you is now reversing, transforming into a moment of divine promotion instead. The storm that was sent to wipe you away is becoming the wind that lifts you higher. Your heart might feel heavy now because betrayal is never easy to face. Archangel Michael knows this pain. He has witnessed every silent struggle you've endured. He says you are stronger than you realize. You have already survived battles that others would have crumbled under. This one, though dangerous, will not be the end of you. It will be the proof of your resilience and divine favor. Stand tall. Do not retreat. Keep moving forward as though their meeting has no power, because in truth, it does not. Every time you stay grounded, you strengthen the shield around you. The light within you grows brighter, and those who plotted in darkness cannot bear its brilliance. They will scatter, unable to complete what they began. Archangel Michael says, watch closely in the coming weeks. You will see people revealing their true faces, some unintentionally confessing their part in this plan. Truth has a way of breaking free from silence. You will hear it in slips of the tongue, in nervous behavior, in sudden changes of allegiance. Each revelation will be confirmation that this message was not a dream, it was divine truth reaching you just in time. And when the dust settles, you will stand unshaken. The same people who tried to gather against you will witness your rise, unable to comprehend how their strongest schemes failed. That is when you will know that it was not luck or chance, it was heaven itself standing guard over your destiny. Archangel Michael says, this warning is also a preparation. Heaven is not just saving you from removal, it is preparing you for a larger platform of influence and victory. Sometimes the enemy strikes hardest before your biggest breakthrough. This meeting they set up is proof that your light is growing so strong that it threatens their control. But light cannot be erased, it only spreads further, reaching places where darkness once ruled. Stay alert, beloved one. Keep your ears open and your spirit steady. You will notice signs, a conversation you overhear, a sudden invitation, a strange piece of news. These are not random. They are divine breadcrumbs leading you safely through the maze they tried to trap you in. Soon, you will find yourself in a moment where truth fully exposes their plot. You won't need to fight for justice. Justice will speak for itself. Documents meant to harm you will turn into evidence of your innocence. Voices that were against you will be silenced or compelled to speak the truth. And when this happens, you will know that Archangel Michael has fulfilled his promise to protect you completely. This message carries the weight of heaven's decree. You cannot be removed from where God has placed you. Every human attempt to do so will fall apart, no matter how carefully planned, because divine protection is stronger than earthly plots. Archangel Michael says, hold this message close to your heart and remember, even when people gather in secret against you, you are never alone. A greater meeting takes place above you, with angels and divine forces standing on your side. Their decision cannot be overturned by human schemes. Be at peace knowing that your destiny is secure. Your removal is not possible because your purpose is not finished. Greater things are ahead for you, and this challenge is merely the shadow that appears before a brighter dawn. The angels are already at work dismantling every snare laid. For you trust this, believe it, and walk forward with quiet confidence, for divine justice has already claimed the victory on your behalf. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this is not the end of the message. What you've just read is only the surface of a much deeper revelation. The plot against you extends further than you've been made to believe. It is not only about removing you from one position or title, it is an attempt to erase your voice, silence your influence, and break the chain of blessings meant for you and those connected to you. Behind the planned meeting, there are layers of hidden hands moving pieces on a board you never asked to play on. Certain individuals, connected to people you once trusted, are working in shadows. They believe they can decide your future without you, imagining they have the authority to close doors that heaven has opened for you. But Archangel Michael says, this is where their arrogance will be their downfall. Every move they make is being mirrored by divine intervention. As they draft their statements, angels counteract them with truths that will unravel their lies. As they whisper in rooms you cannot enter, Archangel Michael steps in with a presence so powerful that even the walls will tremble. Their gathering, meant to weaken you, is already breaking apart because nothing built on deception can withstand the hand of God. Soon, cracks will show. A member of their circle, driven by guilt or sudden clarity, will struggle to keep silent. This person may not speak directly to you, but they will slip up. A word overheard, a document misplaced, a message accidentally sent, these are not coincidences. Archangel Michael says, they are signs of heaven breaking their secrecy to keep you one step ahead. When you begin to see these signs, do not ignore them. Collect them quietly as proof of what has been revealed to you today. They will not only protect you but also expose the truth when the moment of confrontation arrives. The same people planning to remove you will find themselves defending against the weight of their own dishonesty. Archangel Michael says, know this, every soul plotting against you has already been marked by divine justice. Their names are known, their intentions exposed, their paths already turning towards self-destruction unless they repent. While they imagine victory in their private discussions, the heavens are writing a different ending, one that will shock even your closest allies when it unfolds. Do not be surprised when sudden resistance rises against you in the days ahead. These are the ripples from their hidden plans surfacing in your visible life. They may test you, provoke you, or try to push you into mistakes that make it easier to justify removing you. But Archangel Michael says, remain unshaken. Speak less, observe more, and let divine wisdom guide your responses. There will come a day soon when everything they've plotted is dragged into the light. When that happens, you won't need to fight for your reputation or place. Justice will speak louder than any accusation they could make. Witnesses will emerge. Truth will echo in halls they thought they controlled. This exposure will not only protect you, it will elevate you to a position even greater than what they tried to steal. Archangel Michael is already preparing your spirit for this moment. You may feel sudden waves of energy, moments of inexplicable calm, or dreams that seem too vivid to ignore. These are divine signals aligning you with the victory that is coming. Heaven does not only defend you, it strengthens you to rise above the ashes of betrayal and claim what has always been yours. When the meeting happens, even if you are not in the room, know this, your name will be spoken with trembling lips. Some will try to voice their agreement to remove you, but their words will falter. Others will be struck with doubt, unable to follow through with the deception. Decisions made in that space will unravel like sand slipping through fingers, because Archangel Michael's presence will not allow injustice to prevail. Afterward, you will hear whispers of what was said. Pieces of the plan will reach your ears, not to frighten you but to confirm that heaven's promise has been fulfilled. Those who once thought they held power over you will suddenly struggle to hold their positions, as the same forces they used against you turn back upon them. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart not only for protection but for breakthrough. This battle was never meant to end in survival alone, it is a setup for divine promotion. What they try to remove you from is being transformed into a platform to showcase your resilience, your faith, and the unstoppable nature of divine justice. Even now, unseen hands are rewriting the very outcome they tried to seal. What they meant for loss will become gain. The position they wanted to take will either remain yours or evolve into something greater. The attempts to silence your voice will amplify it instead. And the meeting meant to destroy you will ultimately mark the beginning of their unraveling, not yours. Archangel Michael says, as this revelation continues to unfold, you must understand the magnitude of what is happening around you. The spiritual realm is fully engaged on your behalf. While they think they are arranging a private, quiet meeting to finalize your removal, there is a larger council, heavenly and divine, that has already vetoed their intentions. Every word they speak against you is echoing into the unseen realm where angels record and dismantle their plots. They do not realize that their whispered conversations are already known by higher powers. Their strategy sessions, no matter how carefully planned, are powerless because Archangel Michael himself has descended to disrupt every scheme. You may notice tension in your surroundings. Perhaps certain individuals look at you differently, as if they know something you don't. This is not paranoia, it's your spirit sensing the betrayal they've tried to hide. Heaven is allowing you to feel these energies so that you are not blindsided when the truth fully breaks through. In the days leading up to their meeting, you will see strange shifts. Unexpected obstacles will delay their plans. People they rely on will suddenly become unavailable. Locations meant to host their discussion will face unforeseen disruptions. Archangel Michael says, these are not random events. They are deliberate divine interventions breaking their chain of command. One particular individual, someone you once confided in, is wrestling with a choice. They are torn between loyalty to you and fear of losing their position among the conspirators. This person will be key to unraveling the plot. Their hesitation will cause cracks in the foundation of the meeting, weakening it before it even begins. Do not fear the silence of your allies. Some may seem absent or distant right now, but this is also part of heaven's design. Those who truly stand with you are being moved strategically to shield themselves from harm while the battle is fought in the unseen realm. When the time is right, they will step forward and support you with undeniable strength. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate the spiritual forces at play. For every plan they attempt to make against you, an equal and opposite heavenly force dismantles it. Imagine a hand wiping clean every line they draw, every document they prepare. What they believe will be signed and sealed will remain incomplete because heaven has not authorized your removal. They will try again and again to find new ways to achieve their goal, but each attempt will be met with the same divine resistance. Even when they think they've succeeded, something unexpected will occur, plans will fall apart, their unity will shatter, and their intentions will backfire. This is the promise of divine protection over your destiny. And yet, Archangel Michael says, this is not only about shielding you from harm. It is also about transformation. Through this trial, you are being refined, prepared to step into a new level of authority that cannot be challenged. Those who gather against you now will one day witness your rise and know they played a part in shaping your unshakable strength. Heaven is not just watching, it is actively rewriting outcomes. In the very room where your removal is being discussed, unseen forces are rearranging the energy. Documents meant to strip you of power will mysteriously disappear or contain errors that cannot be overlooked. Decisions meant to push you aside will be overridden by unexpected higher authorities. This is the divine paradox. While they believe they are closing doors for you, heaven is opening even greater ones. You will not only remain standing, you will stand taller than before. Archangel Michael says, you will see this truth when a sudden opportunity, seemingly unrelated to this battle, emerges and lifts you to a position of greater influence and recognition. The betrayal you face is not a sign of weakness but proof of your importance in the spiritual and earthly realms. People do not conspire to remove someone who holds no power. They do not meet in secret to discuss someone whose presence carries no weight. The very fact that they gather against you shows that your light threatens their darkness. Archangel Michael says, do not internalize their hatred or fear. Instead, see it as confirmation of your rising purpose. You are destined to outlast every false judgment, every attempt to strip you of your rightful place. What they mean for harm is turning into a divine announcement of your resilience and calling. Soon, you will witness events that defy logic. A decision will be overturned without explanation. Someone who spoke against you will suddenly withdraw their support for the plot. Communications about the meeting will mysteriously fail to reach certain participants. These are divine fingerprints, clear evidence that the angels have intervened in your defense. When this happens, hold your peace. Do not gloat or seek revenge, because Archangel Michael says this victory is not meant to breed bitterness. It is a sign that you have been chosen for greater things. Let those who plotted against you witness your calm strength and know that it was not human effort but divine will that kept you standing. And as their plans collapse, they will begin to fear the very light they tried to extinguish. Some will walk away quietly. Others may even come forward to apologize. Regardless of their reactions, remember this truth. Your destiny cannot be negotiated in secret rooms, because it was written long before they ever knew your name. Archangel Michael says, the divine hand is not finished revealing what has been hidden. The secret meeting they plan is only one layer of a much larger scheme that stretches further than you have imagined. What they intend to take from you is not only material or positional, it is connected to your very destiny, your calling, and the ripple effect of blessings meant to reach many through you. This is why the battle has intensified. You've noticed how life has felt heavier lately, as if unseen forces are pressing against your every step. That pressure is not random, it is the shadow of this plan unfolding. But Archangel Michael says, as much as they push against you, heaven pushes back with a force 1,000 times stronger. In moments of silence, you may have felt doubt creeping in. Perhaps you've wondered if you are truly protected, if your prayers are heard, if this storm will ever end. But even in those quiet hours, unseen angels have been at work, intercepting messages, diverting plans, and placing spiritual shields around you that no human power can penetrate. Their meeting, though hidden, is not secure. As they gather and whisper, their words will feel heavy in their mouths. Every time they try to finalize a plan against you, something will interrupt, their own conscience, sudden disagreements, or even a force they cannot explain that prevents them from reaching a conclusion. Archangel Michael says, this is because divine justice is not a passive observer, it is an active force dismantling every scheme against you. Documents will not be signed. Promises made against you will be broken. Hands raised to harm you will falter before they can deliver a blow. This is not speculation, it is the decree of heaven itself. Even the room where they meet is marked by divine presence. Imagine it, they sit around a table, believing they hold power, but the air grows heavy, unsettled. Some feel a chill, others sense unseen eyes watching them. This is Archangel Michael standing among them, unseen yet undeniable, breaking their unity with an invisible hand. But it does not end with the failure of their meeting. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven intends to do more than just protect you. It intends to elevate you. The moment they fail to remove you will not return you to the same place you stood before. Instead, it will open a higher door that none of them expected, one they cannot close no matter how they try. You may find yourself suddenly offered opportunities beyond what you planned. A promotion, recognition, an invitation into spaces that only divine favor can grant. This will not be coincidence. It will be the unfolding of justice, turning every attempt to diminish you into a platform to lift you higher. Those who plotted against you will watch this transformation in disbelief. Some will whisper that it is luck, others will know deep inside that it is divine intervention. The same meeting meant to erase you will become the moment heaven announces your greater purpose to the world. Archangel Michael says, "Do not grow weary in this waiting season." Yes, the pressure is real. Yes, the betrayal stings. But even as you walk through this valley, you are being strengthened, refined, and prepared. Think of a sword being forged. It faces fire, hammer, and pressure before it shines with unstoppable sharpness. That is what this trial is doing for you. You may have noticed shifts in your dreams, sudden visions, or an unusual clarity when thinking about your future. These are not random thoughts. They are divine instructions guiding you through the maze your enemies thought would trap you. Follow them. Trust them. They are your map to breakthrough. Even the people you think are standing against you may not understand why they feel compelled to change their stance. Heaven will stir their hearts, turning adversaries into silent supporters. Decisions made against you will inexplicably turn in your favor. The divine script is already written. They are unknowingly acting within it. When all is said and done, and the failed meeting is nothing but a whisper of the past, you will stand with a strength you never imagined you could carry. You will not just survive, you will thrive. What was meant to destroy your influence will expand it. The circle that tried to close around you will instead become a testimony of your resilience and heaven's intervention. Archangel Michael says, "Remember this, divine timing cannot be rushed or delayed." The reason you are reading this message right now is because the hour of exposure and reversal is near. You were meant to know this truth, not after the meeting, not in regret, but before, so you can walk forward unafraid and unstoppable. Every step you take from this moment on is guided. The angels who have watched over you since the beginning are moving with renewed strength. Your name is being carried into rooms of favor, spoken by lips you do not even know. Doors you thought were closed forever are about to swing wide open. Even your enemies, those who fought hardest to see you removed, will be forced to acknowledge your endurance. Some may even come forward in public, confessing the truth because the weight of divine justice will press upon them until they can no longer lie. What was hidden will be shouted from rooftops, not to shame you, but to honor the victory of light over darkness. In time, you will look back on this season and see it differently. You will understand why the betrayal had to surface, why the plot had to be exposed, and why divine timing delayed your relief. It was not punishment, it was preparation for the level of influence, authority, and blessing that only comes after surviving such a storm. Archangel Michael says, "Your removal is impossible because your purpose is eternal. What heaven establishes cannot be overturned by human plans. What divine hands protect cannot be stolen by conspirators in secret. And what is written in the heavenly record cannot be erased by earthly councils or meetings in hidden rooms."